Well, hello there, motherfuckers. It doesn't even feel like WrestleMania season. I don't know what the fuck this show was supposed to be. This was supposed to be build up for WrestleMania. It's like they all got together and said, hey, let's just try to make WrestleMania's build as shitty and uneventful as possible. It was a series of announcements, a couple of video packages, and some non existent wrestlers. People just not showing up for the show. Big names: Lesnar, Taker, Shane McMahon, nobody at all was on this fucking show to promote it. You know, um, you didn't get anything. No promos from Triple H, and I'll just get right to it. You start off with Stephanie McMahon. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Stephanie. I think that she channels McMahon to a point. But here's the thing, and I gotta say it right now. She cuts the same fucking promo over and goddamn over again. This is my ring! Get out! You know, can she think of anything else to say? I mean, seriously. It's like, how about coming up with something new? This is my ring. Enough with, acting like a fucking bitch already and doing the same thing over and over. Oh, Brad, well, McMahon used to act like an asshole back in the day. Every single time Vince McMahon got in the ring back in, not even in the Attitude Era, post Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, every time he got in the ring, besides, recently, he was creative, he was funny, always saying something new and always surprising us with his actions. Stephanie McMahon is doing the same fucking shit. Always talking about her husband, talking about how she owns everything and that, this is her company and get out of the ring, basically. When are we going to get something new? She does the same thing with Reigns. He comes out. She goes to slap him. Reigns blocks it. He says that now he's the authority. A short, sweet promo. The thing is, these promos here, it doesn't matter if it's short or it's long. It doesn't fucking matter. Reigns can't cut a fucking promo. He came all the way down to the ring. They could have accomplished this shit backstage, wasting fucking 10 minutes, 5 minutes getting to the ring, and 2 minutes to cut the promo and 5 minutes to walk back out. Why even have him come out there to say that? It's almost embarrassing. He shouldn't even be in this fucking position. If he can't cut a fucking promo, why force the guy to cut a fucking promo? If he can't cut a promo, then he shouldn't be in a fucking main event at WrestleMania. How about that? And now recently I'm seeing this new trend here that people are saying, oh, the Reigns hate is getting old. Oh, I'm getting sick of it. Reigns isn't that bad. What was the WWE's not even that effective brainwashing? At least back in the day, they used to brainwash people to an effective means. They used to get people to like, people like Cena and Orton. But it's working for some of you with Reigns. I mean, are you fucking serious? The Reigns hate is getting old. He sucks. All right. I mean, how many videos have I done explaining why the guy sucks? Small moveset. He sucks in the fucking ring. He doesn't know how to fucking work a match that's entertaining. People said, don't use the word work. Don't use it. Oh, fuck you. I'll use whatever fucking words I want. He's not entertaining in the ring. Hitting a Superman punch and a spear and a bunch of punches and clotheslines isn't entertaining in the ring. He's not telling a story in the ring. He's not doing anything that great. People have to slow down for him in the ring so he could catch up. It's pretty obvious the guy doesn't really know what it takes to have a good match. The only time he's had a good match is when he was in there with Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, really amazing wrestlers that go the extra mile to not only wrestle good matches, but make sure who they're in the ring with look good as well. So it takes a top talent. Now, there's not many guys on the roster that are capable not of having a good match, but it's I don't blame the guys. It's hard to have a match and make the other guy look good as well without the other guy keeping his end of the bargain. Well, so I don't understand what the fuck this is. It's getting old. It was proven right here. The guy still can't cut a promo. They kept it short so it wouldn't be perceived as being bad. But, it's like, I am the authority. Oh, okay, that's real clever. Because Stephanie's the authority. Triple H isn't there. And here's the thing. He's not there. Triple H is not there. Well, he was there, but he didn't cut a promo. Remember, leading up to Mania, you'd see big, huge, entertaining promos that were like 20 minutes that kicked off the show. And people used to complain about this. But, 6, 7, 8 million people were fucking watching these 20-minute promos by Triple H, and they were really entertained by it. Because usually The Rock or somebody would come out and get in the mix with him. But, leading up to WrestleMania, 13 days away, less than 2 motherfucking weeks from the biggest show they have to offer in this company. And that's what you get. This is the big promo leading up to it. Unless they've got something amazing planned for next week. And that's the thing that kills me. You know that they don't have anything planned for next week. Hey, what do you got planned for next week, guys? I'm talking to the writers. Oh, we're gonna build the show. Oh, really? What do you got planned? It's gonna be real great. It's WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this fucking facade already. It's the biggest show of the year. It doesn't really seem like it anymore. Now I know the past 2 years I said that Mania was going to suck, and those shows ended up being pretty decent, actually pretty good. But the thing is, think about how much better those shows would have been if they had better build up, and they would have been better if it wasn't like a surprise that they were good. What is this that it's a surprise how good it's going to be? Why can't I go into the show thinking, oh, this is going to be fucking awesome? Not, just by chance it happens to be good. Oh, the show happened to be good. Why the fuck are we even watching if we don't even think it's going to be good? Anyway, what is this? Can't cut a promo, can't wrestle. All he's got is the look. So how is the hate getting old? What do you think? I'm playing a fucking game? I'm just saying that Reigns is bad. Reigns doesn't deserve to be champion, doesn't deserve to be a main event at WrestleMania 2 years in a row. I mean, like, you think I'm playing some fucking game here, making shit up? Why the fuck would we make this shit up? Just watch the fucking show. What do you think? We're playing fucking games here? No, we ain't fucking kidding around. He's horrible! It's not like something we're making up. We have great imaginations, guys. No, he sucks. It's not some type of fan. Oh, man, it's real cool, man, to hate on Roman Reigns. You should try it sometime. It ain't no fucking fad. He's a horrible wrestler. The first match of the night was Kevin Owens defeating AJ Styles. This was a good fucking match, It's like a pay-per-view quality match, 20 minutes of wrestling. This was a huge, this should have been the main event on the show, especially how the show ended if they were going to do this. Why is this kicking off the show? If they're going to have a big match like this, put it at the fucking end of the show or something. If this looks like a main event to me, with a big match like this. Good wrestling match, really fucking good. A lot of counters, a lot of big moves in there. This seemed like it could be way more exciting if it was at WrestleMania rather than AJ and Jericho. Jericho comes out and just starts repeating AJ's name. AJ Styles. AJ Styles. AJ Styles. AJ. Shut the fuck up already! Holy fuck! Well, I understand, like, Jericho's trying to be creepy, by, like, taunting him with his name and shit, but Jericho is not creepy. The only thing that about Jericho is that he's fucking annoying now. And I said this when he was face, when he was acting like a goofball as special guest referee with New Day. What the fuck are they doing to Jericho? Him repeating himself over and over again, fucking annoying as shit. I mean, it's bad enough they did that with Paul Heyman, having him repeat himself 1,000 fucking times, repeating the same thing. I mean, what are they trying to give us fucking migraines here? I mean, it's bad enough the fucking show sucks motherfucking cock, but now they're trying to fucking mess with our health. I mean, our health is already, depleting because this show's fucking depressing. We're all suffering from fucking denial with this show. Watching the show, expecting it to get better. One day it's gonna get better, guys. I know it. And one day, McMahon's gonna plant a big tree, plant the seed and a big tree's gonna grow. And off those branches is gonna grow great wrestling. I mean, great wrestling doesn't grow on trees. The fuck am I talking about? Ain't no trees here. Ain't no fucking, what the AJ Styles? Fuck out of here. The fuck are we watching? Why are we watching a show that annoys us? It gives us fucking headaches. It makes it feel like our head's gonna split open like a fucking walnut. For fuck's sake. After the match, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, and The Miz are all pester Owens for an IC title shot. Owens says that, one of these guys deserves a shot, so he's going to see what he could do. Ambrose is in a bar, and Terry Funk comes up to him. They talk for a little bit. He says some nonsense, and he hands him a chain. So I guess that was kind of cool. They were trying to show these hardcore legends. This is kind of harkening back to how Ambrose was in, NXT or FCW, whenever it was, and he had his little feud with Mick Foley over, who's the king of hardcore. So now, now Terry Funk is giving him the chainsaw from when he was Chainsaw Charlie. Mick Foley gave him the baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. I guess it was an interesting segment. I think it would have been even crazier if, I don't know what kind of reaction he would have got if this happened when they were in the ring with Terry Funk making a surprise appearance. Don't really know how that would turn out. Probably not. Actually, probably decent since it was Philly. Now that I think of it, Ambrose could have been cutting a promo in the ring, and Terry Funk used to use Cactus Jack's music. He could come out to that. Why not? To get a big pop from Philly. Philly knows who he is. They did it in any other town, probably not, but it would have worked in Philly. Big E defeated Rusev, but before that, New Day is headed to the ring. Some stagehands are popping their booty out and shit. One guy's going fucking ape shit against the wall. He's like, oh, he's doing this. What the fuck? I mean, they go to the ring. New Day, fucking League of Nations is cutting the promo first. Sheamus says they're going to kick them right in their bootios. And then, they all say a piece. New Day gets in and they start, doing their usual shtick. Shame. And they're like saying some insults and they're not. League of Nations isn't even insulted. What the fuck are they doing? I mean, New Day is just they're children. And New Day also talks like they're a bunch of fucking teenagers. Like, not even teenagers, fucking 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds with these fucking insults. I mean, what the fuck is this even supposed to be? I mean, are they insulting each other or what the fuck? I mean, this is like the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. I mean, they put New Day on the mic like they're actually saying something. It's a bunch of fucking nonsense. I mean, how many times have they said this? Oh, hey, Barrett's a king with no kingdom. He doesn't have a crown. Yeah, exactly. They call him King Barrett for whatever fucking reason because he won King of the Ring like a year ago. Then they did nothing with the character. And then they're like, Sheamus, you got shame in your name. I mean, like, seriously, 5-year-olds could come up with better jokes than this fucking shit. This is fucking lame ass fucking bullshit. No one's gonna get behind these fucking characters. And what the fuck is the League of Nations? Why are they even together? The fuck is this team? Who asked for a WrestleMania match between any of these guys? Why do they think this would be an interesting match? The Big Show comes out to the ring to cut a promo. I mean, like, are you fucking serious? I mean, do they even really fucking care about making this show seem good leading up to Mania? I mean, the Raws are important. You can't just have a Mania show. Oh, Mania is going to be good. Don't worry, guys. We don't even need to promote it. Our ratings are solid. We haven't had a 3.0 in over a year, but you guys are going to watch Mania, right? It's free, guys. It's free. I mean, I credit to them. I got to admit, I can't believe how they're not really over advertising about WrestleMania being free for the first time ever. I'm like in total fucking shock by this. I thought for sure that they would that they would like over promote the shit out of this, but I guess not. I don't know. I mean, when the network was first released, they had a free month. Now I'm not sure if that included Mania. I don't think so because I think Mania in 2014 was in April. I'm not really too sure about that. But anyway, yeah, they haven't been over promoting it. I'm fucking shocked as all hell by that. Anyway, Big Show comes out to the ring. He says that he's not the greatest giant of all time. It's Andre the Giant. Now he's a face. Well, he was a face for a couple of weeks now. I thought he was going to have a feud with Kevin Owens, but they just stopped it. Well, thank God for that. The Social Outcasts come out. They say that they're going to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They come out and, they start beating up the Big Show. Kane comes out to the rescue. Kane comes out of fucking nowhere. I guess they're trying to use Kane as just a novelty act now whenever they need him. I don't know. It's like I just got the feeling Kane's going to be involved in the Mania match with Taker in some way. I'm not saying that that's what I want. It would be a cool moment if Kane got involved and like ripped the door off his hinges. It's not going to happen, but it was just an idea. People were saying I was losing my mind over this. It's just a thought, really. It's not like something I'm craving. This needs to happen. No, it's just it would be a cool moment, but people are right. It probably wouldn't be the best thing that they could possibly do at this point. Kane then attacks the Big Show. So I'm already fucking falling asleep reviewing this. This is how fucking boring this is. Jericho defeated Fandango in a WrestleMania Rewind match. You used to have a lot of these Rewind matches. Now they're just like, I guess because they don't even have most of the guys they had. They're either injured or they left the company. So, you know, anyway, AJ comes out and he calls Jericho Y2 jackass. He's repeating that a couple of times, trying to copy Jericho. But Jericho still ends up winning with the code breaker. Fucking Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, and Stardust had a triple threat match. Earlier in the night, Kevin Owens went to Stephanie and said that he wanted to make a triple threat match for the number one contender to his IC title. You would think that it was going to be Miz, Ziggler, and Sami Zayn, but they changed it around because you know Kevin Owens wanted the guys that are jobbers. You know, and here's the funny thing about this. So obviously he picks these three guys because he considers them to be a non-threat. They tried to cover all these guys are great athletes, but no, that's obviously why they're there. So you would think that that this is just a match that they would have and it wouldn't count, but no, this goes to a no contest. They all start fighting on the outside. Sami Zayn, Miz, and Ziggler are upset. They come down to the ring and everybody gets into a fight. Stephanie McMahon makes this a seven-way ladder match. And, I'm not complaining about the ladder match. It'll probably be a decent match, but, fucking. Not that I don't think that Zack Ryder doesn't deserve his comeuppance in fucking WWE already, that he doesn't deserve a little bit of a push after his initial push got canceled back in 2012. But this is just at a fucking random. And none of these guys are going to win. They're just throwing some extra guys on the card. And it just seems very weird. It's very random. It's like Owens picked these guys to be in the match because they're weak. They're deemed weak by WWE. They're the jobbers. They just appear on TV sometimes. Well, Sin Cara and Stardust, but Zack Ryder hasn't been there in months, and if he has, it was just a squash match. So having them there, it just cheapens Mania. Think back to the Money in the Bank matches, more specifically Money in the Bank from WrestleMania 21. It's a ladder match. It counts. You had Jericho in there, Kane, Edge, dare I say it, Benoit at the time. All these guys, big names, they all deserve to be there. These guys were, like world champion status. Now, it was from the Money in the Bank, not the Intercontinental title. But nevertheless, it was still like, it's a ladder match. It's supposed to be huge. All guys deserve to be in the match. But the fuck are we looking at here? None of these guys, half these guys don't even deserve to be there. I'm not even sure the Miz does, or Sami Zayn. He just came in. They didn't even fucking do anything. They had a poor, introduction for Zayn to begin with, and now they're just throwing him out there. Then Triple H, is actually at the arena. He's picking up Stephanie in their limo. Roman Reigns, they tried to go for a cool moment. The shutter opens up to the garage. They're about to drive away, and Reigns is just standing there like this. He looked more like a pedophile than anything, but they fight a little bit in the parking lot. And I guess that was okay. It was like a classic brawl, but it was like a watered down parking lot brawl. They tried to give it a little bit of that nostalgic feel. They haven't done a parking lot brawl like that in a while. Brock attacked Dean Ambrose on Facebook. But it wasn't really, it was just him beating him up. It wasn't really a brawl. Triple H ends up escaping. It was all right, but that's basically all we're gonna get from Reigns and Triple H. It's the world title match, and you know, there's nothing to get excited about. It's just Stephanie screaming, "This is my ring!" And just a little 1 minute brawl out in the parking lot. That's literally it. That's literally it for your world title match. That's all you're gonna get. Charlotte beat Natalia. We already watched this match at Roadblock. We have to watch it again. Why? I noticed they didn't build up anything with Brie Bella and Lana. It's probably going to be on SmackDown, I would assume. I keep hearing people are telling me there's going to be 3 Divas matches. I don't know where 3 is coming from. I thought it was going to be Lana and Brie and the triple threat for the Divas title. What's the third one? I don't know. I have to check. But Bubba Ray defeated R-Truth. A fucking cheap ass short match. The Usos come out, and just like their fucking cousin, they're getting booed to holy hell. I didn't even mention that in the beginning. The chorus of boos directed at Roman Reigns when he came out was fucking ear shattering. Yeah, I know it's Philly, and those guys are the hardcore fans. Even though Reigns gets booed everywhere he goes, the Usos come out, they get booed. They bring out the tables. They don't even get to use the tables. Who gives a fuck? Seriously, who gives a fuck? Also, Goldust came out, tried to help out R-Truth, but he failed. Does anybody even care about the R-Truth and Goldust storylines? At least they didn't do anything goofy backstage, like, Goldust didn't dress up as an asparagus or some shit. I don't fucking know. McMahon came out with an important announcement. He says that if Undertaker doesn't beat Shane at WrestleMania, it's going to be his last WrestleMania match. Now, here's the thing, what I got to complain about this. The delivery on this promo, could it have been any blander? I mean, that's it. The way how McMahon delivered it. I mean, I know that probably he's a little bit older. He doesn't have as much oomph as he had, but I mean, come on, McMahon just looks bored in there nowadays. The guy works out like a fucking animal. He's a fucking beast. At 70 years old, I mean, the guy is in just as good a shape as he was when he was in his 50s or his 40s for that matter. But the thing is, this promo was so lazy. It's, they're stressing this as the big main event, the double main event, because obviously no one's even excited for Triple H and Reigns except the select few, Reigns worshippers and people who won't let go of Triple H's cock. But aside from that, most people, they've done polls. Shane and Undertaker is the match everybody's looking forward to. And even more people are looking forward to Ambrose and Lesnar for whatever reason. I mean, I guess I am too. I really have no interest in watching Triple H and Reigns. I mean, I guess it's going to be okay, but I don't really give a fuck about it. I mean, it'll happen. I'll watch it, and who knows? It might end up being halfway decent, but I really don't care to, one way or the other. Have the match, don't have it. It's just McMahon is just not exciting on the mic. I mean, I should be gasping at this. I should be getting emotional. Undertaker might retire, but instead I'm like, Undertaker might retire. I really don't know what's going to happen with this match. They're actually admitting in Shane's promos that the company is bad, that the way this company is going, it's not going to be, it's not going to be going for future generations, meaning that the company it looks so bad that it's getting that bad of a negative reaction in ratings that the company is probably going to tank. That's pretty much what Shane's saying. Company sucks, might go out of business in the near future, or 10 years from now. But, the thing is, how can Shane lose? Because then by him losing, that shows that the company is going to continue to suck. Does that mean that Undertaker is going to be retired at the hands of Shane McMahon? It was one thing Shane McMahon beating the Undertaker, but beating him and then retiring him. I don't know how I feel about that. If that's the way how they go with Shane winning somehow, some way, having him retire Undertaker, just it seems a bit weird that a McMahon would retire the guy with one of the biggest legacies in the company's history. Just even if it does happen, I don't know how I would be able to accept this. As you guys know, and plus the people who couldn't accept Taker losing his streak to Lesnar. Imagine how they're going to react when Shane beats Undertaker, if he beats him. I mean, I accepted the streak the day it happened. And I said it was a good choice. Now, the match wasn't good, but the choice of having Lesnar beat Taker was good. And I made maybe 20 videos on the topic. But Shane beating Taker, I have mixed feelings about this. And then in the main event, it was Dean Ambrose and Braun Strowman. Dean Ambrose gets a chair and he attacks Braun Strowman. He gives him the dirty deeds, and that's it. And, Strowman technically won by DQ. I mean, is that it? Is that all they got? Right before Mania, this is the best they could fucking do. This is the best they could fucking do with the fucking show. Braun Strowman versus Dean Ambrose, and there isn't even a winner. I mean, did they give a flying fuck about WrestleMania? This is really the best that they could fucking do. How's anybody supposed to get excited for this? Boring ass promos. They don't even have proper promos. Taker and Shane are not even there to cut promos about the upcoming main events. Triple H is not cutting promos. Just all you see is a 1 minute backstage brawl. That's about it. And this isn't complaining and whining. I see this all the time when I post a review on a WWE show. Oh, you're whining, you're complaining, and everything. It's not whining and complaining. It's basically most of the time I'm just stating what happens. I mean, maybe what it is, maybe it's depressing you that I'm actually stating what's actually happening on the show. These are the things that happen. Vince McMahon cuts a promo with no emotion. That's it. Taker is retiring if he loses. I mean, he used to say these announcements with pizzazz and everything. It's depressing. If McMahon's not feeling it anymore, why the fuck does he insist on coming out there to cut these promos? Does he realize that these promos have an effect on selling the shows and the products that WWE offers? People, if they are bored by what's being said, what's being heard, this is, sports entertainment. It's supposed to be entertaining. They're supposed to have storylines. For the first time all fucking year, they come out with a storyline. Finally, a storyline. It's a storyline we've seen before with Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon. I also wanted to state this. Vince also said in his promo that Undertaker is his bitch. And Taker isn't going to come out. Where the fuck is he? I mean, Vince McMahon just called Taker a guy who's 6'10", over 300 pounds, and he's, not coming out when McMahon says that he's his bitch. Why is he his bitch? You know, McMahon and Taker, they wrestled at Survivor Series, and McMahon had Taker buried alive. And now, you know, he's going to start serving McMahon? I don't fucking get this one bit. How the fuck does it make any fucking sense? This fucking show was fucking garbage is what it was. I mean, you know, put a fucking effort into it. If you're gonna have a show on TV, at least make it exciting. At least make it fucking watchable. I'm sorry, this is not watchable. The only thing on this show was one good match. You know, you covered your bases for 20 minutes by having a good match. Everything else was fucking hot garbage up the fucking asshole. I mean, how's anybody supposed to get excited about a show like this? There's no entertainment to be had. It fucking sucks fucking cock. You know, the guy you have going for your world title, the whole fucking crowd is booing him. It's not even like the 50-50 response with John Cena. It's pretty obvious that everybody fucking hates fucking Reigns' guts. And how do they respond to this issue? 2 WrestleManias in a row. 2 WrestleManias in a row main eventing the guy. So bad. It's such a bad fucking main event. It's such an unanticipated main event despite what they say. They're barely even, you know, putting promos in for it. Instead, they're focusing more on Shane and Taker with, well, video packages and shit. You know, and they're stressing main event. It's a main event. You know, don't worry. We realize that you don't like Reigns and Triple H, so we've got another main event. I mean, for fuck's sake, it was so bad, and people responded to that main event so poorly that they had to book Shane McMahon to come back. That's what they had to do to get a little bit of interest, and it ain't even helping them that much in the ratings. They were that fucking desperate that they had to get a guy who hadn't been there in 7 fucking years. They had to get a guy who hadn't been there in 7 fucking years to come back. All right, motherfuckers, the show is fucking horrible. It sucked fucking cock. And WrestleMania is just, you know, I'm not excited. I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I'm going to watch it. I'll probably enjoy myself. But for fuck's sake, the build-up, I mean, we're like sleepwalking into it practically. Fuck.